Good morning. Happy Monday to all of you. And it is so good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. It's always good to be with you and do these Monday live streams. Um, and I want to say thank you, as I like to do as often as possible, to really let you know how much I appreciate you coming to the live streams, watching the video later, passing it on to friends, whatever it is that you do, leaving comments on the page. I really enjoy the engagement, and I know this recently. I've had such a lag in responding to comments. Just because life has been unexpectedly busy, my personal life, but I do read them all, and I really cherish them, and I just so appreciate your willingness to participate, because I feel like when you're here in the live stream, or you watch the video, or you like it, you give it a thumbs up, or you share it, or you leave comments, or maybe you do all of that, it it really provides that energy of love and kindness. And I've been on YouTube now for a long time, and I have to say that, and it's not like, thousands of people are watching my videos, or Mother's videos, I should say, but enough people are. And I have to say that, as per usual, Mother attracts the most incredible, generous, kind, open-hearted, loving people. You all are just amazing. I rarely get like a hateful comment, or sometimes people disagree with the content in Mother's video, and I leave those comments up because I definitely invite conversation and exploration and other people sharing views, and I think that's awesome, as long as people are doing it with kindness and with love, because that's really the heart of Mother's community, whether it's on YouTube or online or in person. Doesn't matter. The heart of all of this is love. But I have to tell you, in all the years that I've been on YouTube, gosh, I've probably deleted maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 comments over all this time, because it's been over a decade or something. I can't remember when I started, but it's been a long time. And I find that phenomenal. Um, Not surprising, because that's what Mother attracts, is that love and kindness. But that human side of me is just a little bit in awe. And when people have differing opinions, I thank them for their opinion. I don't engage in argument or stuff like that. I found that never really works out well for anybody. But I'm just humbled and so grateful that this community, wherever it is and however it manifests, and it is just so filled with such incredible people. And every one of you are absolutely a part of that. So thank you for just being you. That's really what I wanted to say today. Deborah, hello, and Cindy, it's so good to have you, my love. Uh, Galactic New Year's. I don't know anything about that. That's curious. Galactic New Year's. So does that mean we have ET New Year's celebrations? Like, was there like a New Year's Eve universal ET dance party? That'd be interesting to attend. Like a Star Wars would be like attending a Star Wars movie. Hey, Anne Marie and Barbara and Christina and Barbara again and Amy. So glad you all are here today. And Pamela, yay! Good to see you. Okay, so how about if we just dive in? Sounds like a plan. Hmm. Hmm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be with you today. I thank you for joining me, for gifting me with your time, your open awareness, your attention, and your love. My love to your love. We are one love. Today I'm going to share with you something that I feel is important for you to understand on a deeper level. Now, as I talk, it may be something that you've thought of or maybe haven't thought of in the same way that I'm going to express it, but it might not be something that has dropped deep for you. So as you listen, I'm going to ask you to breathe deeply, to imagine that your mind opens so much that it creates this easy conduit for the information, the energy to drop down into the heart and the gut, the soul, the deep self, right? And what I want to focus on today is ordinary. Living an ordinary life. Now, this is very much a part of the larger subject that I've been talking about for a while, this change into the new age, the flattening of the pyramid structure into cooperative, collaborative structures. Because at some point along the way, living an ordinary life has been equated to boring, to being a failure, to obviously not achieving your goals or even having goals. There's a lot of misunderstanding around living an ordinary life. And much of that can be attributed to consumption, So in order for you all to be big consumers, you have to be told again and again and again that ordinary, simple, regular is not good enough, right? That you require more in order to be fulfilled and satisfied. You have to have more in every aspect of your life, whether it's your physical home, your relationships with others, your spiritual life, the clothing you wear, the food you eat, the vacations you take, it doesn't matter. The flowers in your garden, right? There is a message in your world, and it's not just a particular country or Western ideals versus Eastern ideals. It's everywhere. There are some cultures that are skipping that and not participating in it, but they are rather small in relation to the global population. Because in order for there to be growth in business, in finances, which in many ways, with that pyramid structure, that finances is sort of at the heart. It's the capstone on the pyramid, right? The accumulation of wealth is that pinnacle of more, the pinnacle of achievement. Even if you yourself don't possess massive amounts of wealth, if you are in a position of power to control others who have lots of wealth, it's all the same thing. It doesn't matter so much who possesses the actual wealth. It is who controls and monitors and decides policy around wealth, right? That's generally what makes up that capstone of the pyramid. And those that are living ordinary lives are perceived as being at the bottom of the pyramid structure. They are the ones that build the pyramid. They are the ones that maintain the pyramid. They are the ones that allow and promote others to climb the pyramid to obtain as close to the top as possible. But all you have to do is look around in your world and you can see the devastating psychological and emotional toll that this more mentality has taken on global culture, human life, and that of course has spilled over into the environment, to the animals, the insects, the birds, all the creatures living on and in the earth, the atmosphere, the water, the soil, all of it, right? And there is this message that keeps playing over and over again, that if you obtain this, or you buy that, or you have this body, or you get this surgery, or you do this, or you do that, and that, and that, and wait, let me back up and clarify that I'm talking about plastic surgery to change your looks rather than surgery to fit your body to the needs of your inner life, your inner self, right? Different, very different. So change this, change that, buy this, buy that, more, 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 so that you can live the extraordinary life. The people that have been placed at the top or towards the top of the pyramid, having this extraordinary life. But I'm going to point out that all these people who are seemingly living this extraordinary life are actually living an ordinary life with extraordinary moments. Just like every single person on the planet. Everyone leads an ordinary life and gets to experience extraordinary moments. You all eat and sleep. You drink water. You urinate, you defecate. You get sick, you get well. You get injured, you get well. You live, you die. Some of you do this under very difficult conditions. And some of you transcend those conditions, and some of you do not. But when you talk about ordinary versus extraordinary, you are being convinced that someone else's extraordinary moments are better than your extraordinary moments. But if your soul needed you to have those kinds of extraordinary moments, you'd be having them. If you take just a little time and you think about all the extraordinary moments in your life, there are so many. Whether it happened in your relationships, whether it happened out in nature, whether it happened during a meditation, whether it happened in a grocery store, or in the bathroom, in the shower, it doesn't matter. Whether it happened halfway around the world from where you normally call home, or it happened in your own backyard, in your own kitchen, it doesn't matter. Maybe your extraordinary moments never have palm trees in them or sand. Or maybe your extraordinary moments never happen in an ice hotel. And someone whose extraordinary moments happen a lot with sand and palm trees never get to happen in the silent hush of the snowy mountains, like yours do. Or maybe a lot of your extraordinary moments happen in your relationships, between you and your children, you and your significant other, you and your siblings, you and your parents. Or in the community with which you are connected. That you have good moments with sand and palm trees once a year or once every few years when you're on vacation. But the real extraordinary moments happen outside of a movie set or a giant stage singing to hundreds of thousands. Maybe yours happen every time you are willing to connect, to be intimate, to be vulnerable with the people and the life around you. Does that make your life extraordinary? No, your life will always be ordinary, just like everyone else's life. But what is your extraordinary moments are precious. And I'm asking you today to honor them, to recognize them, to celebrate them, to not say, oh, that was nothing, because it didn't take place with glamour lights and lots of people watching and fame and fortune happening around me. Or my extraordinary moment didn't really help another person get better or get well or save animals or do this or that. And so it is easy to just brush it off. Oh, that was great. Yes, that was great. But to not acknowledge that you may have just had an extraordinary moment because it happened in a place that to you seems ordinary, in a relationship that to you seems ordinary, normal, everyday. You are being told more and more often that ordinary isn't enough. And yet everyone is leading an ordinary life. And for those of you that already struggle with low self-esteem or with diminished self-worth, maybe it doesn't feel low, but it still feels diminished, this message can cause a lot of harm. If every moment of your life were extraordinary, it wouldn't be extraordinary. That would become your new ordinary. And you are being sold a diet of chocolate all the time, rather than chocolate every once in a blue moon for that extraordinary flavor, that extraordinary experience. That when you are on a diet of all chocolate, you will sicken. You will not thrive. So whether it's in your personal life or your business, your spiritual life, your emotional life, your mental life, if there is that wanting for bigger, better, more, extraordinary, this, extraordinary, that, you will sicken and you will not thrive. Because whether you can come to peace with it or not, you are living an ordinary human life. And it doesn't matter if you have a lot of money or a little money, you live in a giant mansion or a small cottage or an apartment. That's ordinary to you. that is ordinary to you. And whatever you have, whether it's that big house or that small apartment, whether you are at this time in your life in good health or not in good health, that is ordinary for right now, for this moment. And extraordinary comes in surprising ways. That is why it is such a gift, because it's a surprise. It's an affirmation that the extraordinary and ordinary are woven together. And the deeper you embrace ordinary and stop trying to force extraordinary, the more extraordinary moments you will have in your ordinary life. And this may seem like another way of saying, oh, just be grateful for what you have, but that's not really what I'm saying. Whatever you feel about what you have, that's how you feel. But I am encouraging you to recognize that everyone leads an ordinary life. The vast majority of people's lives are filled with ordinary, day-to-day things. It doesn't matter how famous or obscure they are, or what they do for a living, or what they don't do for a living, how their health is, how it isn't. None of that matters. The vast majority of people are living an ordinary life, moment to moment, hour to hour, day to day. And everybody gets extraordinary moments. Everyone. And when you allow yourself to be at peace and to feel how precious ordinary is, how much stability and safety it gives you, because you as a human have to live with your fear of the unknown every minute of every day. And so the ordinary life gives you that security, that sense of safety. And that's not to say that you cannot allow your dreams to manifest, that you cannot pursue whatever you want to pursue in your life, but you will still need to sleep and eat and rest and laugh and cry and drink lots of water through it all. Just ordinary. To get from point A to point B, whether you walk or ride your bike or ride a horse or in a car or in a plane, ordinary. Settle into your ordinary life and cherish it. All the little things that make up your ordinary life, cherish them. And the more you do that, you will be open to the extraordinary. And when it comes, feel it as the gift and the blessing that it is, and then let it go. And step out of that flow of messaging that you have to constantly be striving for extraordinary, that you have to have what the person, whatever the person is telling you you need to have because that's what they have or they did. Let it go. And let the extraordinary moments inspire you to maybe create a different ordinary for you, whatever that means. But take yourself out of that messaging, that constant bombardment that the way you live your life isn't enough, or you don't have enough excitement or this or that, or extraordinary moments, that you should have more, you deserve to have more. Raising children to believe that they should achieve extraordinary all the time, that they are so amazing and fantastic, you just know they're going to do great and big things. You are not doing them a service. Because at some point, out from under your influence, they are going to also live an ordinary life, just like everyone else on the planet. And if you do not help to instill a sense of wonder in the ordinary, they will always be looking for the next thing and not really cherishing this thing, this moment, what's happening right now. And the wonderful news is, as an adult, you can shift your perceptions at any point. It may take effort. You may need to go deeper, spend time on this. But let yourself be ordinary, because that is what's coming with this new age. If everyone is equal and the energy of collaboration and the systems of co-creation are on the rise, then it may be a good idea to be at peace with your ordinary, equal self. It is wonderful that our love has become ordinary for you. Not that you take it for granted, not that you aren't grateful for it, not that you don't experience awe when it rises up in you. But the fact that you have allowed our love, your love for me, my love for you, to settle into the ordinariness of your life and yourself has actually opened you to welcome the extraordinary without getting caught up in needing more. I love you, love you, love you. Be kind to yourselves and know that I'm with you always. Namaste. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Um, you are welcome, Felicia. So glad you could join us. You're welcome, Christina and Bronislav. You are so welcome. Oh, Michelle, it's so good to see you here, my love. Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing well. Mwah, big kiss to you. All right, everyone, have a fantastic week. I know that I plan on being here next Monday at the same time, and if you'd like to join us, that would be fantastic. If you enjoyed today's message, once it's in video form, please give it the thumbs up, share it, leave comments, participate in this fabulous, amazing, light-filled community, and know that I'm right there with you. So have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.